So anyway, babies have preset minds that they know what makes them happy. That it's probably a dream or something, but it makes them happy. They discover things on their self by themselves. They discover things that they have the ability to do that they didn't think that they had the ability to do once they were born. But the point being is, I'm holding my baby brother now, and when I'm looking at him, and I'm thinking, he doesn't know what good he can do to help this world. And this is exactly the point I want to bring out. People want to do right to things that were done wrong upon others. And it really irks me when people do the most shallow things to try to prove a vigilante point. Now, just because you speak about an issue that's wrong doesn't necessarily make you a vigilante. For example, let's just go to Kim Davis, for example. After she was arrested, I was unaware that she was an elected official. I thought she just worked for the Kentucky clerks. I had no idea she was elected to that position. So one of my friends pointed that out. And thanks to him, now I know she was an elected official. But the point being is, after she was arrested for not issuing marriage certificates to a gay couple, because she was saying that she was practicing God's law. Look, and you have so many people like Joshua Fierstein saying that this is a Christian Holocaust. No, by far, it is not the Christian Holocaust. If you know anything about the Holocaust, there's no dead bodies of Christians being piled up. There's no Christians being forced to work until they need to be beaten with a spoon. I mean, the Holocaust was horrible, 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 and we're nowhere near a Christian Holocaust or anything like that. So the thing is, though, I'm getting off track, but the point I'm making is, after people wanted to expose Kim Davis of her hypocrisy, what they did was they went into private files, her personal life, and exposed her past marriages, which is so shallow to do. Because, first of all, at that point, you're just running on emotion at that point. And one of my friends, that lovely bitch, Albany Rose, that's her username, by the way, on YouTube, she even told me, we got on discussion about healthcare and education. Now, as regarding healthcare being a right, I don't think healthcare has always been a basic human right, but I know education always has. But the way my stance was, she was right. I was making talking points solely on emotion, and you get nowhere with that. And she's absolutely correct. So with that being said, all these people that said, this is what her marriages were, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. That's very shallow to expose. That's personal information. That's not private information. What's next? The list of her family members and where they live? I mean, if you are a vigilante that wants to rewrite this wrong, you could have just cheered and applauded that she got put in prison, and that was it. That was it. You didn't need to do anything extra. Just like Cicel the Lion's Killer. Now, he broke his silence today, and he said, I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. As crazy as it may sound, I am giving him the benefit of the doubt. He said, and I'm going to try to remember this completely by memory. He said, I did not intentionally kill that lion. If I knew the lion had a name and had importance, I wouldn't have taken it. Now, that's his stance on killing Cicel the lion. Now, do I necessarily agree with that? I don't know. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. He could very well be telling the truth. He could very well be telling a lie. But what I do agree with him on is that his wife and daughter have been threatened, as along with him, that they'll pay for Cecil's death. Now, he says, I don't understand why my family, who weren't involved, were threatened. And I agree with him there. I still think it's shallow to threaten someone's family, even when they had nothing to do with the thing that happened. And all these people that call themselves vigilantes, like Mia Farrow and all that, you know, Mia, if you were a real vigilante, you would lead peaceful protest into getting Cecil's killer to justice. You wouldn't have exposed his home address and his business address. I mean, that shows how shallow you are as a person. How would you feel if I exposed your house address on social media, since you came public with his business and house address? I mean, how would you feel if you would do that? That would make me look shallow as a person, as it make you look shallow as a person. But see, here's the point. With vigilantism, you have to know how to do it right. You have to know what you're doing it for. If you don't know what vigilantism is, and if you do not know how to be a proper vigilante, stop calling yourself a vigilante, and you should start calling yourself a troublemaker, because that's what you cause. Trouble and arguments amongst people who know what to do. And one more thing. Before I end this video, tonight on PBS, they're going to show the 5-part miniseries of Ken Burns' The Civil War. It's 25 years later, and it's still a powerful documentary still to this day. I would suggest for anybody to watch it. I know I'll definitely be watching with my baby brother tonight, even though he has no idea what they're going to talk about, but the images is what is effect worthy. Later on today, around, I don't know, 3 p.m., I'm going to do another live hangout, and I'm basically going to read letters from the North and South soldiers from the Civil War, because to be fair, even though the South fought for a cause I do not agree with, they did fight for a cause that they lived and died for, as well as the people of the North. And that's valid in my opinion. That's brave enough in my opinion to give their voices validation. What? 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 You want to talk? Anyway, see you guys.